Today we're making a song from scratch using only factory preset synths and kits on the Synthstrom Deluge. So if you've watched a couple of my videos, I tend to veer away from a lot of the presets. I make my own kits. I have a pretty big sample library that I've collected over the years, and I could hear you saying, oh, well, that sounds the way it does because of your sample library. And you are correct. But the Deluge does come packed with some really cool kits and some really cool sounds. I think I haven't used them too much. So today I figured let's make a song from scratch using only factory kits and factory synths just to see what we can get. I have no idea how this is going to work out. To be honest with you, I just haven't used them that much. When I got the Deluge and I first started making songs from scratch, I would kind of focus it on one area of the Deluge so I would learn something from it as I was making these songs. So I'm going to consider this as a means to familiarize myself with the synth sounds that are included on the Synthstrom Deluge. So let's get into it. I have no idea what we're making today. I really don't. So I think what I'll do is I'll start with a kit. That's always a safe bet. I am going to change the tempo right off the bat. Sure, 132 sounds great. And I think I'll also, let's do something, okay, let's do B. So I'm going to set B to be the key. Let's do a weird scale too, like, I don't know, let's do Dorian. So all I'm doing here is I'm trying to avoid that trap of making something at 120 C major. I'm just configuring my sandbox. You're gonna make a different sandcastle at the beach than you are at the playground. I'm just setting up my scene a little bit so I don't fall into a trap right off the bat. All right, kits. Let's find a cool kit. I'm gonna go toward the back. I don't really know what I'm looking for because I don't have an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of this one's kind of cool. Yeah, I like this one. Sure, let's build something. Just record some in. I'm gonna pan this one over and turn it down just a little. This is just kind of a weird accent. The other thing I like to do, I like to change the velocity on some of these just so it feels a little more lifey. These ones are just low. I like to turn the second one up louder. All right, we're getting somewhere. Cool. Yeah, I like this. I got something. Same thing with this, or not nudge. I'm gonna just kind of adjust some of these. Later on, I'll probably nudge them around a little bit, but right now I'm just gonna vary up the velocity so they sound a little different. Oh, that sounded pretty cool. Well, there you have it. We got a kit. So, as you can see, the Deluge factory presets have some pretty cool kits. At least I think so. All right, I'm gonna go to Deluge stock. Let's work backwards through them and see what we can find. Kind of cool. Sure, let's record it. We can always kill it. Ha, nope. Try again. I'm always looking for opportunities for synths that I can kind of automate later, you know? Sure. For now, I'm going to mute it because I don't know if I want to keep that. And let's load up another stock synth. Kind of surprised I went with something right off the go, but... got some weird sounds in here. So I think before I do an arpeggio, I want to get something that's a little more like a bass or something. So let's see if we can find a bass. Kind of cool. Yeah, sure. Let's check it in. Trim it up. Okay, cool. I don't know if these two fit. Sure, they kind of fit. I don't know if we can make anything out of it yet, but I guess we'll see. Okay, now that we got a bass kind of guiding the chord progression, I think see what else we can find next, right? Like I said, I'm not all that familiar with the sounds that come with the Deluge. My first song for Scratch, I think I called it Night Sweats. That one used mostly stock sounds. I didn't want to mess with the SD card yet. I wasn't comfortable file formatting, so I hadn't loaded all my samples in yet or downloaded any of the cool packs like the ones from Boards of Deluge or the ones from Rephaser. So that one's mostly all stock sounds, but that's pretty much the only one that I stuck with them. Yeah, I'm going to keep going from the back. I mean, there's a lot. It comes with, I think there's, let's see, I don't know how many kits, but even synth sounds, I think there's like 170 presets that it's in there. And I definitely haven't looked at the back half nearly as much as I have the front half, which is probably typical of everybody. We did the synthwave bass, so okay. Man, this sounds feeling a little 80s to me anyway, so. Ooh, that's cool. One thing about these pads is they're all really loud, all these sounds. I'm just kind of looking for counter melodies that I might be able to play. Kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Let's track it in. Might record some automation on this one just because it already has a pretty cool vibe to it. So let's do it. Yeah. Cool. Getting a little Blade Runner-y. I think we could turn this guy up just a hair. Does that other, let's see if that sitar still works. That might work. All right, we got kind of a bed, so let's see if we can find something that's more of kind of a melody on top. I like it. All right, 152. Where are we at now? We don't need a pad. These are all pads, it looks like. We're not looking for pads anymore. We're looking for something we can use as more of a lead. Ooh, that's a cool sound. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna track it in one more time and I'll mute it for now. Yeah, sure. Sure, I kind of like it. I don't know if I'll use it. For now, I'm going to mute it, just like I muted the sitar. You know, I'm not too precious early on. I can always delete these, and I probably will, some of them. I'm just trying to find interesting parts that kind of lay on top of each other, think about for arrangement later. I've adjusted some of the sound design on a couple of these things, but even that, I'm not too focused on yet. I do look for sounds that have a good range so that I can automate things later, but I'm not focused too much on the overall sound design just yet. I'm just looking for melodies and beds and stuff that all kind of fit together to make an interesting song later down the road. All right, still don't have a melody, or not a defined one anyway. Nope, don't like that sound. That's cool. Let's record it. Boom. just gonna adjust velocity on a couple of these. And adjusting the velocity like this really just gives it a little more life. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to randomize the pan. So we'll go here and we'll do, where's random? Random. Probably do quite a bit, maybe like 13. So what that's going to do, like I said, I have very limited knowledge of treating this like a modular synth, so to speak. But what this will do is this will make it, every time it triggers, it'll go to a different, the pan will be left or right, one way or the other, which you can't hear this because I'm using a mono out at the moment, but it'll be really cool later. But this is kind of sparkly and magical, I think. It's kind of cool. And like I said, when I'm working on this, what I try to do is I try to set my cutoffs and stuff like that in a spot that's a good spot that when I automate, I'll get a little bit of room to do stuff. I'm not looking at the final sound or the final sound design, but I am trying to look for an opportunity of where I'll be able to open it up and use automation later. All right, so we got this. Let's see what we got. Just those three right now are pretty cool. Let's see if we can find one more thing that kind of goes off there, and then we'll call it for now. Just a little accent, and this isn't what I was going for as my last thing, so I'll probably do one more, but this is something that I think I could hear working later. One last thing. I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm going to mute that guy for now. man, that wasn't what I was thinking I was going to do. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to just call it for now. I'm going to have to explore a little bit more, but I think we have some really good kind of starters going on here. Yeah, I'd say test successful. It feels like we got a really good starter here for another song using just the Synthstrom Deluge stock synths and kits. Let's take a listen. Let's see if we can arrange something ridiculous real quick. Yeah, I think it's a cool little ditty. As always, I'll post a link to the final song once I got something finished up. Maybe I'll do another arranging on the Deluge video to see how we arrange this and how we come up with a final song. But thanks for joining me. I hope this was helpful to people. I hope it shows that even with the stock sounds, there's some really cool stuff to explore here. I'll also post a link to my playlist, my song sketch playlist, which has all these songs that I've been making on the Deluge for the last few months. Really cool playlist, super chill, good for work, good for studying, good for video games, all that fun stuff. Thanks again for joining me.